Imagine a courtroom filled with serious judges, lawyers, and a pig in chains, or a rat standing trial for theft. It might sound like a fairy tale, but animal trials were a real thing in medieval Europe. Yes, you heard that right. In medieval Europe, animals could actually be taken to court, charged with crimes, and even sentenced to death. It wasn't just a joke or a symbolic punishment. This was a serious legal practice. One of the most famous examples is the trial of a pig in the town of Falaise, France. A pig was accused of killing a child. It was arrested, put in a real prison, and later taken to court. The trial followed proper legal procedures. There were witnesses, lawyers, and even a judge who listened to the case. In the end, the pig was found guilty of murder. The punishment: it was dressed in human clothes and hanged in public for everyone to see. But pigs weren't the only ones dragged into these strange trials. Rats were often taken to court too. There's a famous case from the 15th century in Autun, France. The town was facing a rat infestation, so the court actually issued a summons for the rats, asking them to appear in court. When the rats didn't show up, the court declared them in contempt. But here's where it gets even more bizarre. The rat's lawyer argued that it wasn't fair to expect the rats to attend the trial. He claimed the rats were too scared to come because of the presence of cats on the way. Surprisingly, the court accepted the argument, and the case was dismissed. Why did people do this? Well, in medieval Europe, the law was based on the idea that everything in the world, including animals, was part of a divine order. If an animal broke the law, it was seen as a threat to this balance. Punishing the animal was a way to restore order and send a message to society. These trials also acted as a way for communities to process events that seemed unfair or tragic. For example, when a child was killed by a pig, it gave people a sense of justice to see the pig punished. Sometimes these trials were used to reinforce social rules. By putting an animal on trial, the court was also reminding the people to follow the law. It was a strange mix of justice, superstition, and a bit of theater. So next time you see a rat or a pig, imagine them wearing tiny handcuffs and sitting in a courtroom, waiting for the judge to pass sentence. It's a funny picture, but it's also a glimpse into a very different world from ours today. If you like this dose of bizarre facts, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me the strangest thing you've ever learned in history. Who knows, it might end up in the next episode.